Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Good evening. Good evening. Happy Tuesday. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Hello, Sandy. Hello, Penny. Hello, Sharita. Hello, Dana. Hello, Anna. Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So tonight we have lots to talk about. As always, Tuesdays are usually pretty busy for us because Tuesday is always when we have our little mini releases. Well, Thursdays are pretty busy usually too because that's when we do our Freebie Friday gets kicked off. Hello, Polly. But tonight we have the mini release. We also have some cards that I'm going to be making. I have some samples that the team has sent in. So we have a lot of stuff happening tonight. Lots and lots of stuff. Hello, Terry. Hello, Donna. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. So we're going to hop right into it because I'm 14 minutes late and I apologize. It's because the software that we use to stream from signed out, so I had to log back in, and you know how it is whenever it takes 10 minutes to prove to a computer that you're not a computer, or prove to a robot that you're not a robot. I always thought that was the funniest thing that they say, prove that you're not a robot. Well, kind sir, ma'am, you are a robot. So why am I proving to you that I'm not a robot? It's hilarious. So hello my gorgeous Samantha Reed. I just saw one of your projects in Basecamp and I really loved it. It's using the rainbow portrait. So let's head down to the top view and let's talk about new releases. I already have some things. I don't know what's going on with my camera. I think that it's moved a little bit because it's supposed to be like up here, but we'll fix that eventually. There's something wrong with the rig that's up here. So all right, so let's go ahead and let's get started and let's talk about, first and foremost, some product samples that have come in. So these are all from our dear sweet Shalana. And first we have this card sample using the new release. So you can see here that she used one of our new stencils. I don't have the new release sheet over here. I don't know. I never got the new release sheet, I think, this time around. But that's okay. So this is using one of the stencils, as well as this is one of the conversation pieces. And she used this absolutely beautiful foil. See that? So that's one of her cards. Okay. Oh, I think she meant that to be glued. Then here's our second one from her. And oh wait, it'll say on the back. Hold on. So this is the Sylvie stencil, but she also layered the random dot stencil inside of it, which I think is so brilliant. Then we have, this one is the Victoria layering stencil with the Fairy Flight Path stencil. And she used, I want to say, some glitter glaze here. Let's see here. Yep, Fallen Snow glitter glaze. It's beautiful. Okay. Then we have this one that I love oh so much. So this is the Clouder of Cats. And it looks like she also used, I don't know what this background is. Oh, Birthday Balloons Washi. Oh, that's so cool the way she did that so that it was like a perfect background. That's smart. So here we have the little kitty cats, and it says, all in favor, wishing you happy birthday, say meow. And she also used one of my favorite dyes. So this dye, I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's our, Stay Rooted cutting dye. Oh my goodness, I love that with them all peeking over that wall. I think that's fantastic. Then, now, the bookmarks. The bookmarks. The things that you all have been doing with the bookmarks. I cannot get enough. So, this one, look at this. She turned it into a shaker. Who wouldn't want to use this bookmark? Bookmarks are at SOS status, but they are a evergreen product now. I think she just used like a piece of, just a piece of packaging. That's how she turned that into that. If Shalana's here, she could tell us. It looks like it's just like a piece of packaging. Then this one I'm using for my own personal story reading. Look at this tag. I don't think that the justice is going to be done with these crystals that are on this. But this is the Doodle bookmark. Frostbite, topaz crystals. Oh my goodness. Justice will not be done. Oh, good. I love being dinner entertainment. Okay, so that is the samples that I have to show you now. Let's talk about let us talk about the new release. So, many of you, I mean many of you, were really excited about our Creative Confections. And I will tell you that I am super excited about the Creative Confections as well, because I mean, it's so cool how much you all love them. And I'm excited that we now have five new varieties. And we have a blast from the past that has come back. So let me grab those 5 new varieties. First we have Huckleberry Swirl. We have Pineapple Swirl. We have Pistachio Swirl. And I'm going to show you what these look like. Pistachio Swirl. We have Cantaloupe Swirl. And then last but not least, we have the Elderberry Swirl. Okay, so these are the new colors. I'll turn them over, but they're not going to look like much because remember, they got to dry. So that's what they look like. Okay, now, if you want to complete your set, we did launch, I don't know if it was last month or earlier. I think it was earlier in the month. We launched Raspberry Swirl, Strawberry Swirl, and Blueberry Swirl. Okay, so those are the original 3. Then these are the 5 new. Okay, now I have within this release, we also have stencils. I'll show you those in a minute. But we also have, I have swatches. Swatches, 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 which is my absolute favorite, is showing you the swatches. So let's go ahead and take a look at what these look like when they're dry, because it's really, it's crazy. Probably, yes, Heather Collins named them, so I'm going to say yes. So Strawberry Swirl is up here at the top. That is the first one that one of the first ones that we launched. Then we have Raspberry Swirl, which is another one that we launched originally. Now we have Cantaloupe Swirl, which is this beautiful, beautiful orange. Pineapple Swirl, which is this beautiful, beautiful goldish yellow. Then we have Pistachio Swirl, which is this stunning green. Blueberry Swirl, which is like this deep kind of blueberry-ish purple. Elderberry Swirl, which is a very deep purple. And then last but not least, we have the Huckleberry Swirl. So I'm going to hold it like this so you can see just how gorgeous these are. I mean, they're really, really cool. Okay, so back in the day, this was probably, oh goodness, probably 5 years ago, 4 years ago, give or take, we launched Chunky Stencils because we, at the time, had launched some chunky glitter glazes. But, as you can see here, these are very chunky. And you can see that when they dry, they hold their shape. Look at how thick those are on there, okay? So, we have brought back, I'm really excited to have brought these back because I love the chunky stencils, excuse me, because I love to ink blend through them as well. You can obviously ink blend, add your glitter glaze, you know, you do whatever you would like. But I'm really excited about all of these different, all the different patterns. Okay. So first and foremost, we have, and now you're going to have to help me with the names because mine aren't named, and I know these got new UPCs since they've been relaunched. We're going to call this one mermaid scale or fish scale or whatever it may be. So then we have the moon, the chunky moon, and this is beautiful. Chunky scales, thank you. Then this one is beautiful when you put the I mean, if you blend or do chunky in between it. Then we have our hearts. These are, again, big chunky hearts. And if you are a mixed media artist or a mixed media person, these are going to be the stencils that you want because they're really going to work well with your mixed media items. So those are the chunky hearts. Then we have the chunky zigzag, which I love so much. Again, so well thought out with all the chunky different items. And last but not least, we have our beautiful, 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 just chunky stripes. And again, all of these stencils can be used really however you would like. Isn't that cool? And you can get, there's a whole bunch of different bundles that the team put together for you, which I'm really excited about because the samples that have been, or the bundles that have been put together, the bundles that have been put together, my goodness, make it really easy for you to kind of grab and go. So, all right, so we are going to be making 2 cards tonight. I'm really excited about both of the cards that we're making tonight because I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun making these cards. So the first one that we're going to make is going to involve, actually, I'm going to utilize the Doodle. I'm going to utilize the Doodle washi tape, and we're going to do a little bit of fun ink blending. Okay, so we've talked about this Doodle tape before, or the washi tape before, and I think that I'm going to end up probably using, let's see, really like this one. We're going to use this one here. No, let's use this one. Okay. You know I can't make up my mind to get so excited. So the way, if you've never seen our washi maps before, I guess I should have told you. These are our washi maps. The way the washi maps work, let me zoom out a little bit here, is they are a cut apart. So you get, if you get a pack of them, you get all of the same. We do not have a bundle pack yet, I do not believe. But all you're going to do is you're going to cut them apart. So 5.5 at the top here. Okay, and then 4 1/4. And then these little maps are going to show you where to put. Christopher, is your tongue covering your eye teeth and you cannot see what you're saying? Christopher, is your tongue covering your eye teeth? I don't know what that means. My goodness, I think that I felt like my eye was twitching just trying to read that. I don't think it is. So this is, again, the washi map that we're going to use the washi sheets on. You can ignore this little UPC. It's just so that we don't have to put an extra label on it. So it saves you some money when it comes to the packaging and things like that. So now we're going to go ahead and do some rainbow blending. Okay. So I'm going to start with some of the Love Struck. We're just going to kind of blend down our page here. Let me grab one of my blending brushes. Oh, I'm getting my words mixed up. Oh, that happens all the time. That is not a new realization. That's been an ongoing saga. It's because when I try to speak, my brain is about 10 steps ahead of my mouth. There's probably a clinical diagnosis for that, but it's never happened. But that's where the issues lie. So I'm just going in and I'm just blending. I'll probably need about 4 strips of this, I would say. And it blends beautifully on this because it's just basically our perfect blend, but a label instead. I really shouldn't watch you. Kate, listen. I've learned one thing in the past year or so, and that is life is too short. So I would suggest within your means, get whatever you want. Because if it makes you happy, grab it. Oh, you use it for your Valentine's, Jamie? You'll have to post a picture so we can see. Need a little more red here. I feel like, I mean, it could be a little bit lighter. That's okay. Okay, and then what did I use last time? Did I use Guppy? I think I did. Just barely, Polly. Just barely. As long as I remember to speak and do at the same time. That's my thing. I do. Guppy has become one of my absolute favorites as of recently. But you can see we're just blending right on top of what's already there. The doodles that obviously, and I think Later Gator might have been what I've used, but I don't remember. Well, then Kate, go for it, my friend. So I'm going to go in and do a little bit of green. This is Later Gator. And then we're going to do some of my absolute favorite blue, which is No Diving, but we might be able to sneak in a little bit of purple. I'm not making any promises because Purple, unfortunately, is usually our last used color, and I don't even think I have a purple. I don't know where my purple went. Heather Collins probably stole it. It's probably upstairs with her. She's doing the make and take right now. I don't know if the make and take's over or not. Oh, I know where it is. I know where it is. I can see it across the room. I used it for my SCT class, so there was a photo shoot across the room because in this production studio, we do all the photography as well across over there. If you've ever been here, it's on the other side of the room is where the photography happens. So I have to grab. We'll do Crown Me. Yay, Paulie. When he gets a job, you'll have to celebrate by taking the trip down to see us again. That was such a wonderful surprise. I think about those oranges often. All right. So now we have a perfect little rainbow. And I'm just going to heat set this real quick because I want to make sure that it's really set. And this is going to be a pretty simple card once it goes together. Make sure that that is dry. And now, I think I've taught you how to do these before, but I'm going to show you again. So all you do is you just take your little washi and you place it. Okay, now for these, I am going to cut them pretty close so that I can use the next piece. So the next piece, I'm going to start with the purple. And again, you can line it up. There we go. You have a little bit of play time where you can zhuzh it a little bit, but see how that just fits there perfectly? We're going to start again with the red here. Just make sure you make sure you line it up. It's really easy. Can you see? You can see that, can't you? You can see where it lines up. There's a gray kind of rectangle that fits exactly where this would go. Is this going to fit? Of course it's not. That would have been far too easy. Should we? No. So what I do in that case is I'll just do this and place it back on here, and then we'll grab a new one. Go straight across. We're probably going to have to grab another new one because it's much longer. Yep. But keep all these little pieces because if you need something just, just to put behind a sentiment or something, use them. I have so many of them that look like this, but I'm really getting into the black and white ones because of the ability to blend. Okay, so there we go. Look at how fun and simple that is. Oh, she said the washi queen is here. She sure is. She sure is. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to trim this down now that we have this all kind of set and ready to go. So we're going to trim this down to... Whoops, look at my sticking stuff, not sticking to everything. To 4. To 4 by 5 1/4. No. Yeah, 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. And then for our background, because we've already got these wild colors, we're going to go into the painted florals, which is a new paper pad. And let's see here. We want one that's kind of wild, but still kind of like it's got to have this one's it. That has the patterns all around it. Okay. Let me grab one of my little. Let me grab one of my little holders for this paper. Now I'm walking away, so if you can't hear me, because I'm walking to the other side of the room, so you should be able to hear me in 1 second. Oh, thank you, Melissa. I do love it. I do love it. All right, so we're going to cut this down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so it's our background. But again, it's not going to be too busy because you won't see much of it. Right? And it does not have to go into a specific direction. All right. So see how it just adds a little extra oomph to that background? We love it, right? I mean, I love it. Hope you love it too. So let's go ahead and, I told you this is going to be a quick one. We might get 3 cards today. I'm not sure yet. We might just do 3. What is our time? Probably 2. I don't know though. You never know. All right, so we're going to place that like so. And see how you can just see that background? It just gives it a little extra oomph, right? A little extra oomph. All right, so now let us grab our creative cards. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the promo. That's all week. Oh my goodness, I'm terrible. If you spend $25 or more on any products at Brutus Monroe, it's just Brutus Monroe, not the outlet or the what's the word I'm looking for? The outlet or the events, you will get a pack of the perfect squares, the swatch squares in perfect blend. You get 20 in a pack, and for every $25 you spend, you will get them. I mean, there were some people that were getting like 5 yesterday. I have my excuse for being late, Christopher. I was eating Pop Daddy pickle chips with my family, and I just needed one more. That's fine. Please take your note to the front of the room, but that is fine. We will allow it. Today, we will allow it. So I'm going to grab my creative cards because our dear sweet Walter, who was on the inspiration team, was using his creative cards, and when I tell you, I couldn't get enough. I feel like this works perfectly on here. What do you think? I really love this one too. Maybe we'll use this on the next card. So I'm going to cut her out. Because, and we're going to cut her out kind of haphazardly because, I mean, let's face it, this is a really cool mixed media kind of a situation. And don't be afraid to cut our little band of characters out. to make them fit onto your creation. And also it's going to prevent us from missing out on our background here. I know, aren't his cards so cool? I mean, the inspiration team is doing such a wonderful job, and we have our new team that just has come in. So we have a lot of really fun stuff happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over this with my black marker. This is just a cheapy what's the word I'm looking for? Cheapy little alcohol marker. I think it's Spectrum Noir, like a real, I mean, I've had this since I started crafting, so this was forever ago. But I'm just doing this so that it adds, like, I love adding this border around it. I don't know why. The cute little freebie squares are for swatching. So what you do is you swatch out, and we also sell the inserts to use. And you get them for free. All right, so I'm going to place, I think that she looks really good right there. And I'm going to add some flowers to her. I'm going to use the flower dye. The flower dye that comes out of the inspiration box. I was like, why can't I think of what that is? And then I'm going to take the Spring Splatter paper pad because it's a little bit more muted than the others. And I'm going to use this to cut out our flowers. I need to look for a spot that is pretty rainbowy. That is a term, an official term. I'm going to say it's probably going to be this piece here. Because I'm going to cut out 2 sets of them so that we can decorate her hat. Because we want to, the top of the hat is missing, and it would look right if it was still on the card, but this obviously isn't on the card. Yes, you can earn up to 4, yes. I think it was letting you get more than 4 yesterday, so if it lets you get more than 4, that's okay. It must be, it's a system thing. Oh, I love that. Okay, so we'll move this to the side, and we're going to cut out probably like here, and I'd say up here. Let me grab my handy dandy Intracut machine. I cannot live without this machine now. All right, it does so much better. It's this matte, I'm telling you. I don't know what type of magic she has created with this matte, but it's this matte. Yeah, so get a bonus. Get a bonus on us, even though it's probably an upsy whoopsie. Grab it. Grab it while you can. Because now's the time, because that will get you 100. If you, whoopsies, if you were to grab that promotion, you would get 100 swatch 100 little swatch guys, which is awesome. Okay, and I did not take these apart. You can cut them apart if you want. I don't feel like it's necessary because you can see it literally just, you know, they'll pop right out. Gotta grab something to put them in though. How about, let's use one of our little triangles. Shall we? Someone use that one as a, what's it called? As a palette. All right. So we're just going to pop all of our little flowers. Again, you get this in your inspiration box. So if you are an inspiration box person that gets the inspiration box, or if you're thinking about getting the inspiration box, it always comes with a die set. And this box is no different. I love this die set because I feel like you can do so much with it. Okay. And this is going to match because it's muted. This is going to match that hat so well. All right, so let's do one more. This time with more of the blues. Tape that down. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but imagine using this and doing a background with it. I mean, we've talked about that before. Some of the dies that you don't have to cut apart. And with a die that I don't cut apart, I usually run it through twice, just to be sure. Obviously. Okay. And that is that for that. All right, so let's get the rest of our flowers, and then we'll get a sentiment as well. And you can use either side of these flowers, obviously. But this does come included in your inspiration box. I don't think there's a whole lot of inspiration boxes left this month. It was a very popular one. Okay. So we've got our flowers, and now we can we'll be able to spread them out once we get the card kind of together. Okay. And then we need a sentiment. So I think my sentiment that I want to use, I have my, and this is a sneak peek, this little folder of something that's coming. So don't look at it now. Okay, so I think the "You Are Simply Incredible" is going to be perfect on this. So let's go ahead and glue her down. I told you we were going to be making a lot of cards this month because this release I just simply can't get enough of. And I can't wait till you see next month's release. And I think we'll just pop, I think we'll pop this one up because why not? Where am I long? There we go. Oh, that's a great idea. See that? That is a phenomenal idea. And I mean, how quick would that shaker mix come together? Hello, Annie. Yeah, I have to make some Valentine things. You know what I'm really excited to do? This is probably so silly. I don't know if my sister's even here. But I cannot wait until my little nephew is old enough to go to school. And I can't wait to be that uncle that makes all sorts of stuff for his classroom. I know that probably sounds goofy, but I can't wait. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking some of these flowers, and I want to use some flowers that are kind of, you know, the kind of match what's already on here, but kind of don't, because obviously we want the contrast, because if we have the contrast, then we'll actually be able to see them. That's the idea. Because as it stands right now, you got to make sure that you're using, you know, and I am going to put some up here at the brim of the hat, just so that it looks like, I don't want it to look like the hat is cut off, but instead that there's just embellishments at the top of it, which is what I think that will do. I mean, you know what I mean? Do you see what I'm saying? Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait, Valencia. I cannot wait. I really can't. I can't wait to be that uncle. All right, so we'll put another one up here and here. And don't worry, we're going to add plenty of gemstones. I just think that these little flowers are an absolute dream. And you can do them in whatever configuration you want. Because I don't want to take away from the hat, but there are just too many beautiful florals to not use them. Tudalina.
Have a good night.
You too. That was Heather Collins. She busted in here. I heard her. I could hear her gallivanting about. She had the bacon take tonight. Okay. So now let's do, I don't know, I'm feeling gold. Would work really well. Well, topaz, I believe, is what it's called. I think we'll do, I don't know. Yeah, let's do some topaz. Let's do some topaz and some emerald green. I like those dark colors. All right, let me grab another one of my little... Whoopsies. Oh my goodness, did you see that celebration of florals? That's what we call it when things fly across the room. A celebration, even if we didn't mean for it to happen. All right. So we're going to do these in the center of all of these flowers, because why not? We love a little razzle dazzle. And those go like in a perfect straight line, which I love. You had a celebration of flat back crystals to listen. I told you. When it happens, just sing, like pretend you're finishing up singing happy birthday. And you're good. Okay. Oh my goodness, look at those crystals. Oh my goodness gracious. 2. Oh my goodness. Okay. So now for our black crystals, I'm going to add those just sporadically in the hairline because I just think it'll look really good. It might not. It might look crazy when it's dry, but I want them to kind of blend in. I want them to blend into the background. Kind of, sort of. And they will once it's completely dry. Obviously right now it's not going to happen because it has the white glue halo around it. That'll do it. They do. Although, where are all the cat lovers? Right now, the pack of dogs is winning. The pack of dogs stamp is winning by like a lot. By like 50. So I guess I thought we had more cat lover partners in creativity than we do. Or maybe you just didn't need a new kitty cat stamp. Okay. Let's put this puppy on a card base and call it a day, shall we? And then we're on to making our second card. Okay. So that, my friends, is our finished card. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. What do we think? Do you like it? Do we like it? How do we feel? I like it. I like it a lot. So that is that. All right. Are we ready for our next card? I am. I am very excited. Oh, and also this is a kind of like a last call-ish for the passport. So as most of you know, we launched the passport program for the hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. For the toss that away. All of the main events coming up for Brutus Monroe. That passport program ends, the sign up ends in 17 days. So almost 3 weeks. Ends in 17 days. And when it ends, it's the passport program will no longer be available. So you will just have to get the, I want to use that. I already decided. I love it. Because I'm going to use more of our flowers and our gems. You will not be able to sign up for it. Okay, so that is just a heads up. We're going to use this paper. Okay, so let me start out with our base. So the color that's talking to me right And as long as I don't answer this color, I think I'm okay. So we need to start. I love this purple, and I think we'll be able to find some other beautiful purples and shades in here. This is our aubergine. So I think I'm going to grab my paper trimmer, and we are going to cut this down to, and you get a pretty substantial discount if you're a subscriber. So we'll cut this down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I already have my card sketch over here. So what we'll do is that's the main piece, and then we also are going to need a piece that is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. I'm just trying to get my pieces together real quick. Okay. So with that, this will go right here like so. Our gal will go right here like so. Okay. Because I'm not going to cut this one out. I was going to use a corner rounder, but our corner rounders haven't come in yet. So, all right. So let's keep that going. Now I need a piece of paper. I should have probably used pink. No, I like the purple. That has a lot of color in it. I think I'm going to use this one. Nope, we'll use this one. I don't know. Oh, this one really matches. Let's use this one. Oh my goodness, it's so hard. This paper, y'all, this spring splatter paper is gorgeous. All right, so we're going to need to cut this down to 4 inch by 1 inch little increments. So we'll cut this down to 4 first, and then 1 inch. And we need 5 of those. I think I'm going to change to pink. I don't know. Pink just is now. Pink is speaking to me now. But I don't know. Do we think we can get away with the purple? Because what's going to happen is this is going in the background. Do we still like the purple? Or no? Should we change it to pink? Because then this is going to go over top. And then there's another matting piece that we're going to do that I think will be black. Try the pink? Okay. So this would be what the pink would look like. And this is pink lemonade. I think the pink's going to be better. Yeah, I agree. We're going to do pink. Okay. Okay. I'm glad I had y'all here to help me. So 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Let's start there. I'm going to grab my temporary adhesive first. I know I've told you all this before, but I'll tell you again. This yellow temporary adhesive that I use almost in every single live I do has been a lifesaver. Because what I can do is I'm just going in, and I'm not putting these back in order. It looked like they were in order before because they were, but I'm not. We're not doing that again. Not doing again where we put something down and it's not right. And then we have to move it and switch it and... All right. So we'll move this one over just a little bit. And again, you're just going to kind of zhuzh it. So it looks right? That looks pretty good to me, right? And then we're going to put our little friend. Well, now I don't know that I want to use her. Oh, see, this is what I get for doing 2 cards. I don't know that I want to. I think she's a little too bright now. Hold on. I love her. Although, doesn't she look like she matches? Problem is, I've given us too many choices, right? Ooh, no. She's it. I've given us too many choices, right? My goodness. If I only had like 5, then the 5 would be it. But I mean, we have 36 of those cards. So, and I'm going to cut her out because this background's real boring. But I've done this to us. And like I said, I've done this to both of us because, or all of us, because, you know, I'm not the kind of CEO / designer that doesn't use their own products. I've told y'all multiple times, I design for us, for all of us to use it. And I still have plenty of flowers to use on her. I won't even call it a hat. I think it's like a... And this again just kind of adds a little... almost like an element of soot to it. So your edges, no matter how you cut it, won't look bad. Okay. I love her. Okay, so now I need a, I think I'm going to do a black matte layer. If I can find some. Here we go. Some Raven. So I think we'll do a 3 3¼ by 5 4½. A little Wonkalina, so we're just going to trim off just a tiny little bit. Teensy tiny bit. Okay, so that's going to be our matting layer. Okay, I like it. I like it. So far, so good. And then we need another layer, so we'll do more of the pink. And we need that to be 3 by 4¼ So we're already 3 by 4¼ which is perfect because that's what we already trimmed off. And these we can glue down if we want. I'm not going to because we're going to be putting stuff on top of it, so I'm not really super concerned with it. Okay, so now we have our little matting layer there. Okay. And then we can add, we're going to do some glue. Okay. So we'll glue this puppy down. Everybody got real quiet on me. Is everybody okay out there? Give me a thumbs up. Either you're crafting or you're eating dinner or I lost you. Okay, so we're going to put this layer right like so. We're going to put it closer over to the right side only because I feel like that is going to be a lot better. Oops, almost just stuck myself. Okay, and then she will just kind of float a little bit because it's a double layer. I do love her though. I do love her. I think that's so fun. All right. We're going to give her some flowers. And we're going to add some flowers, I guess you could say. And I guess this kind of has turned into a video where I'm using kind of the same products over again, but I really like that. Because it shows you, kind of how you can use your product over and over again. I lost my stabby tool. Wow, what in tarnation? Luckily I have 10 of them, but again, these colors were chosen with the paper pad to match. And I think that's good. I don't want to get too crazy. But I do have an idea of something that I'm going to do that might be a little bit out of the box, but I mean, we've met, right? Out of the box is my middle name. I want to use the pink. I don't know what we call the pink. I always forget like what our specific names are. But we do still carry our Brutus Monroe crystals. They are an evergreen product. Oh, here we go. It is. I think it's. I want to say it's. Yeah, light pink. Of course, the only one that we didn't call a crazy name. And I'm like, let me figure out what crazy name it has. It's light pink, Christopher. It's just light pink. Okay. So there we go. All right. So I think that's good. And next, move our flowers out of the way. We yielded quite a few flowers from that one pass with the that die set. So you can take yours apart if you want, but I would suggest against it almost. All right, let me grab my Spring Awakening stamp set. And what I'm gonna do Since it's like florals on top of florals on top of florals. To name what? Oh, light pink. I just think that there wasn't like a real catchy name. Because I named them. So I think I just like couldn't find like a real catchy... Because you know me, like I love a real catchy kind of name. So I'm just going to go and I'm literally just going to stamp right on top and off of the side there. Because I just feel like this pink needs something. Would you agree? I think it just needed something. And this is how we can make pattern paper after the fact. Okay. Oh, I love it. Because we are going to add a sentiment as well. But I also want to... Let's see this up a little bit. To rename light pink, oh my goodness, we'd have to... Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of things would need to be repackaged. Just going to add a little bit of just residual pink that is on my blender here, just to give a little dimension. And again, you know me, I could play around with this for hours and still not be done. So you do whatever makes you happy. So we did You Are Simply Incredible on the last one. So these are some, this is probably one of my favorite sentiments of all time that we've ever done. And it is a good reminder to me every day. One day at a time is a pretty good pace. I love that sentiment. Polly Pink, there we go. Listen, that was easy, wasn't it? A little too easy. Because I'm pretty sure there was another pink from our vendor that we work with that I was like, that's going to have a really creative pink name. So light pink it was. Because y'all are getting crystals for something coming up. I can't remember what it is. One day at a time is a pretty good pace. All right, so now we need a couple more of our light pink gems. So I want to put some up here. We're almost done until tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big packing day. I can't wait. I'll be helping Miss Jessica. It'll be me, Jessica, and Christopher, the other Christopher. Tomorrow's going to be a little crazy here. A little cray-cray at Brutus Monroe because we are getting a new retaining wall in between our two buildings. And with that being said, going to be kind of crazy because we can't park where we normally park, and it's a whole thing, but we'll get through it. We always do. All right, so let me grab another little sneaky. I mean, these they make it really, honestly, my friends. The thingies make it so easy. I feel like I need another. Do I need another flower right here? I do. You don't have to answer that. That was rhetorical. I do. Don't try to stop me. Don't try to stop me. Ha ha! That's what it needed. I mean, again, all of you know, I will be here all night if you would let me. Because y'all know, I think y'all know how much I love my job. It's, I mean, the best job I could have ever asked for. My favorite job that I've ever had. Okay, now it's done. I'm officially saying it's done because if I don't, I will keep messing around with it. All right, let's go ahead and pop our I'm being very liberal with the adhesive because there's a lot of weight to this. All right, let's pop her down. Oh my goodness, I love it so much. All right, so that is our 1 day at a time is a pretty good pace. And then we also did, don't forget about this little Dolly Jolly. Look at those crystals now. You are simply incredible. So we just whipped up 2 very simple, very fun cards. But I think that they really rock. So again, what we've made so far this month, which is quite a bit for 11 days, are let me grab the cards so far. So we've made quite a few really fun things. Guess what's? Do you want to? I don't know if I'm allowed to show you. Guess what's sitting over here? Is anybody participating in SCT? I think I could just show you one of the cards. What's it hurt to show you one card that we're making? Does it hurt to show you one card that we're making at SCT? What do you think? Will I get in trouble? Should I not do it? Will I get in trouble? I don't know. Oh, are they already sharing sneak peeks? Oh. I didn't know that. I mean, that changes everything, right? Have they shown anything of ours? I don't know. Have they released the what's it called? The meet and greets yet? Oh, okay, so we're close. All right. Ready, set, 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. That's all I can show you. That's it. Isn't it so good, though? Oh, I can't open it. That's one of them. That's one. Just one. And the other two. Ha! Real quick. Woo! Oh my goodness, a card fell down. I'm going to be in big trouble. But yes, I think you're really going to love what we're doing at SCT. And we have, as usual, if you're taking SCT or you're participating in SCT, we have, let me go to the front view. We have an easy peasy grab and go extra supply item on the event page. So it's already there. Actually, I should just tell you before the make and take. If you go to Brutus Renault, if you go to events.brutusrenault.com, and you search up SCT, you can be on the first round of getting the extra supplies, because we only have I think we only have like 1,000 of them, and then we have to start redoing them. So you want to grab it. It's just search up SCT, one word, one little acronym, on the events page, and you can grab it. But I'll be talking about that in my my meet and greet. So all right, thank you all so much for hanging out with me this evening. Thank you for being a part of my life. I appreciate y'all so very much. Remember to create something every single day, whether it is some really, really fun vintage cards. All the cards are behind me. Oh, it wasn't there yet? Okay. Or your own ending. I love you for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow as we pack live.